Hello and welcome along to the mod roundup for the 16th of January 2020. We have quite a few mods released today. So there were 13 mods released between PC and console, and 6 updates that were released as well. Updated mods included the Massey Ferguson 8700S, the Seasons Geo for Slovakia, the additional field info, the Animal Screen Extended, the Ursus 1204-1614 pack, and the Ursus 1212 pack as well. But we also have a whopping 14 mods released for, both PC and console. So not all of these mods were released on console, of course. For PC, across everything, we have this Brantner trailer was released on both PC and console. This as well, this I think it's a 3-point tank for water and milk that was released on PC and console. Pretty much the rest of these, oh yes, all of these barns, we will go over all these barns. This is a short selection of the barns that were released today, but those were also released on PC and console, as was the Seasons Geo for Kansas. The PC only mods are these two 6-meter cultivators. These are the Care Xenos pack. Those two come in one pack. We got this, which is the Pecan Mixer. I'm really intrigued as to how this works. So I've not quite worked that out yet, but yeah, it's a manure spreader. It lists as a manure spreader, which is a bit interesting. And then we have, as always, two 3-meter cultivators. We have the Bomet U473-2. And we have the Kerner Corona 300 as well. This is slightly interesting, and we'll go through how this works in a little bit. Yeah, so it's been quite a big mod release today. No new tractors or anything. It's a pretty heavy barn and cultivator update today. So, shall we start working our way through these? Oh, one other thing to mention. Slovenia 19, the Hills of Slovenia. That has also been released today. So, let's start going through these mods, shall we? First up, we have the 3-point water milk tank here. So, you'll find this under animals at the end here. It's a so it's 3-point tank. It is 1,500, 2,000 litres, and can take milk or water as it suggests. It has no options or anything, so pretty simple mod, this one. Useful if you've got small amounts of liquid to move about. Yeah, and it is just 1,500 for that. Not much to say about this one, really. Good, as I said, good if you've got to move small bits of water about. Next up, we have the Brantner E8041. So as I said, this is on both PC and console. And if we have a look in the shop for this, you will find this under trailers. Base price for this is 10,000. It takes 8,500 litres. Has a interesting. Oh yeah, I think these are other trailers. If we head over here, yeah, it's HW80, and yeah, so it's other trailers can connect to this as well, is what that is. Pretty much takes everything, including snow, which is brilliant. Surprisingly, this has no customization at all. I'm not 100% sure on the use of this trailer. There are similar mods already out there. It is, yeah, pretty basic trailer. Just 10,000 to use it. Again, not much to say that. I think there are other mods that I would probably choose instead, to be honest. But yeah, more mods with better options on them, to be truthful. Right, next we are into the barns, and our first barn up is this one. So this is just called the barn, or just called barn. Fairly interesting animations and everything to open it, and fairly detailed inside. Can we get out this ladder? Yeah, we can. We do have a loft area up here. I'm not sure how usable this would be, but it does have everything opening and everything. So, yeah. Not sure how usable that would be. We do also have a lower barn area here that would be quite useful for storage and stuff. Yeah, not a bad one at all. What we got in here? Now, lots of these places, I'm not sure how you would get anything in there to store them. It's a lot of what I would call wasted space in Farm Sim. This one here, yeah, there's not a lot you can do with some of this space. So, not bad at all. You will find this, of course, under the placeables and the sheds. That is this one here. It's 35,000 for this. To be perfectly honest, I think there are probably better barns in today's mod releases than this one. Yeah, if it takes your fancy to have one with lots of areas and lots of nooks and crannies, then yes, that's certainly a good barn for you. Next up is this one. This is one of Vertex Designs, and I think we've seen this in one of Vertex Designs maps before, possibly. Does have a hayloft like the last barn we saw. Also has power, which I didn't see on the last one. So that is looking good. And this comes in two flavors. So we've got the white one that you can see here, and then in here. So this is the half timbered barn. By Vertex Designs. You've got the half-timbered barn in white and in brick. 25,000 each. Quite like this barn. Good-looking barn that I think that would work well on most farms. Up next, we have this one, I think. No, this one is next, sorry. So this barn, again, fairly simple barn. Nice few little bits of adornment on it. Pretty much does what it says on the tin. Again, nice, good space. Quite useful if you're looking for a barn of this sort of shape. This, again, found in the sheds. And that is this one here. 15,000 for this. So they've got some pretty reasonably priced barns in here that are really quite useful. In fact, this barn is not the one that I thought it was, interestingly enough. That is this one. This is this wooden shed. Sorry. So the wooden shed comes in three flavors. We've got the middle one listed here. This is 7 by 15 meters, 7 by 18 meters, or the largest is 7 by 34, 15, 18, and 20,000. So yeah, again, good little barns, good little sheds. Now the one that I did think I was looking at was actually this one, and it threw me off because yes, all of our cans and everything at this side. Now this one has an interesting little eccentricity. All the doors are propped up by posts, and the post moves out the way and comes here. And this barn is full of character. I really, really love this barn. Just such an interesting thing. You can't open the doors. Oh, can you open the doors from the inside? Yes, you can. I just saw the post move, so yeah. It would have been interesting, actually, if you couldn't open it from the inside. That would have been funny with that post against it. But yeah, that is a barn with a lot of character. Again, under sheds. And it was the one I was talking about earlier. So this is 15,000. We then finally have this set of sheds over here. These are sort of the lean-to type style. Really, really like these. These are... there's a nice thing to these barns. Lots and lots of light switches or lights on this. Cannot see a light switch anywhere for it though. So this could be one that either doesn't have lights or where they come on automatically. Yeah, nothing on any of the posts at the front here as far as I can see. And this comes in several flavours as well. So again, you'll find this in the barns in the shop. You've got the placeable shed there with an end bit on it there, an end bit on it there. And then these two here, I'm not quite sure what the difference between those two is as far as I can see. They both seem to be roughly the same barn. And then we got one with both end bits on there. So, yeah, that is quite a nice barn. It does look like it has lights in it, but I can't see where the light switch is. So it must be one that comes on automatically, because you do get some barns that do that. But yeah, loving that very much. And for the price, for 25,000, really nice shed. Very useful on any farm pretty much. We also have a Seasons Geo for Kansas. So we've got that set up on here at the moment. Pretty nice long harvest season for this. The whole of summer through to the beginning of winter. It's much shorter planting seasons though. I love that you can plant soybeans and everything early. And it's sort of a reverse of most maps. Planting wheat and barley and oats requires some pretty high temperatures. Planting everything else requires a lot lower stuff. You can even plant in winter on this. So yeah, really, really strange geo, this one. Looking at it, pretty good as far as I can see. So yeah, nice, interesting geo, that one. Then on to our remaining mods. So we've got this pack here of these 2 Car Xenos pack cultivators. These are in the shop, as you would expect. Actually, they're under disc arrows, is where you'll find these. 47,200 for each of them. This is a 3-point. They're both 3-point linkage. This is trailed, and this one is normal. Several options on these. So without comb and with comb on the back of it is that design choice, and with roll bar. And with roll U and with roll flex. So yeah, 3 options here. 47,200, as I said, is the base price. 8,000 for the options, taking you up to 55,200. And then same for this one, for the one that mounts that isn't trailed. You can add the comb to it as well. You can also add a roll bar. You can go roll bar, roll U, or roll flex on the back. And again, that takes your 47,200 up by 8,000 to 55,200. Next up, we have the Pecan Mixer. So this is available under MISC, as you would expect. The only information we get on this is manure spreaders improve the harvest of your fields. It requires 80 horsepower. I am really intrigued as to how this works. So yeah, it definitely mixes. It definitely connects up and spins, but it's exactly what it spins into to get stuff to spread, I don't know. So yeah, I am very, very interested in exactly how this works, and I'm going to have a play around with it. Maybe the graphics and the images will give me some clue to this. No options on this. 3,200 to use it. So yeah. Interesting little mod, this one. Next, we have the first of our 3-meter cultivators for the day. So this is the Bowmit U473-2. It's a very small little cultivator. I put this on the back of a Case Optum, I think it was, to put it here, and it looked absolutely tiny. It does look to have some fixings on the back, and we'll see why that is in the shop. Again, this is under cultivators at the back here. It's 4,000, so it's a nice cheap cultivator. It has design color choices for the wheels of either dark grey or light grey. It has a main color choice of a few. I think the most, yeah, so that adds 200 to it, so it takes up to 2,400. I was expecting with sort of these fixings on the back we would have more options, but we don't. So yeah, it is just, in fact, this isn't even a 3-meter cultivator. This is a 2.5-meter cultivator that takes 35 horsepower. So this is a really, really small piece of equipment. Maybe useful if you're start from scratch, but otherwise, yeah, I can't see many people having a massive use for this one. Finally, we are on to the Kerner Corona 300. So this is a 3-meter cultivator. Again, you will find this under the cultivator section. It's 9,500 for the base cultivator. It is, yeah, nice looking cultivator. Several options on this. So peripheral equipment, you've either got not mounted or HDR safety kit. So that adds an extra 1,500. I quite like the fact. I think that's Hydra safety kit, actually. But yeah, I quite like the look of that with those on. You then also got wheel setup choices of no wheels mounted, or wheels inverse mounted. We're seeing a lot of mods with inverse wheels recently, which is intriguing. I'm not sure exactly of the reasoning for reversing the tread on the wheel or on wheels, but yeah, it's good to see some mods actually incorporating something that does. I do know that happens in real farming. I just don't know the reason why. So there we go. So that is the options on that. And then also in this, I should say, sorry, 9,500. Adds 2,000 for the maximum settings on this. Yeah, inverse mounted costs the same. So it adds 2,000 on. So 11,500 is the maximum for this. And I do actually quite like this cultivator. This is a nice little cultivator. The other reason I like it is because of these 3 items. So it comes with these, and rather than these be options, these are attachments. So you've got the Kerner CW5530, the Kerner SW300, and the Kerner GCW610300. It's 2,000 for the CW, 1,000 for the SW, and 2,200 for the GCW. So let's have a look in here. These have no other options. Those are their base prices. Yeah, and I don't think they actually do anything different. I think they just attach to the back how you would like. Or I don't think they do anything different in game. I think they would do something different in real life, but yeah, really quite liking those. That is a nice cultivator, and I think that would be useful on a small farm. We may even get that one in the realism experiment. And I believe that's it. I think that's it for our mods for today. So it's a little bit cultivator heavy with 2, I think these were 6 meters, a 3 meter and a 2.5. Lots of barns. So yeah, you can make your farm look really nice with some of these. I especially like this one. A trailer that I'm not too sure about, and the tanker and the mixer as well. That are interesting choices. So there we go. That is the mod roundup for today. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.